name is Lenora Helm, and we're here on the campus of North Carolina Central University, and we're talking to jazz bassist Lance Scott. So Lance, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you came to play this big instrument?
Well, I guess I came across it when I came here to North Carolina Central. I've been playing electric bass for about 5 years at that time. I started playing when I was 13. And so Dr. Wiggins told me, you know, you need to go ahead and start playing this upright. So I got kind of thrown into the fire a little bit, but you know, I feel like I'm still on the way out the fire right now. I'm still in there, but you know, I'm working hard to get out of it.
Well, you're doing a great job, and the big band and the vocal ensemble swing and have a great audience response because of what you put into the playing that you do. You always look so enthusiastic, like you're enjoying it so much. So this is the granddaddy of the string instruments, the acoustic bass, sometimes called the contrabass. And in early years in jazz, this bass wasn't used. The sound, the low sound, was actually provided by a tuba. And many years later, they started to use the contrabass instead. So we're going to play a little bit of a blues. I want you to, we talked about the swing feel and how important it is to jazz and how it's a defining characteristic of jazz music. Well, you need to be able to distinguish or hear exactly what's providing that swing feel. And if you listen to the bass, Billie Holiday, great jazz vocalist, always said, I listen to the bass when I sing. So as a young singer, I started listening to records and really focusing in on the sound of the acoustic bass. So we're going to have Lance play a little bit of what they call a walking bass line, where it's going to feel like his fingers are playing the strings as this, you could almost imagine someone just walking down the street, strolling. That's a walking bass line. And when you're walking a bass line, what do you think about? What do you choose? Do you just do anything you want, or is there a structure?
Well, usually I'll follow, I guess, what the soloist may be doing, or I know certain progressions or certain ways that I might play it can evoke a certain feeling. And so, like, if somebody was saying like they wanted more church, I would probably stay with where the 6, you know, stay in the 6 or the minor 7 range. Or if it was just like your standard, you know, I would be like more 1s and 5s versus things like that.
And so in describing that, he was just talking and speaking about more theory terms, jazz theory terms, about the chord progressions, of how he would get a certain feel. But for our new listeners to jazz, or someone who's not a musician, can you demonstrate the difference between playing a feel that's more church, like you said, or more in the 1s and 5s?
Well, I guess like the basic 1-5 would just be.
Awesome. And he's propelling the rhythm forward. You feel the rhythm and you feel the sense of the beat moving, and you want to dance. That's the swing feel that's characteristic in jazz. Now, Lance and I are going to do a little bit of duo together. We're gonna do a little bit of a blues. Okay. B flat.
Yeah.
got two. And you know 2 heads are better than one.